to kind of as a means of kind of breaking the tension, because a lot of this is very emotional, hard work going through these exercises. It's intense to go from one exercise to the next to, exploring your values. I mean, there's a list of probably about 30 values that people go through, and they can add their own if they want. It's intense. Is to have an exercise where just some creative arts and crafts time to create your hat. What does your hat look like based on
that's great.
who you are, your personality? This is my magic hat. This is what, when you think about the snowman and your Frosty the Snowman image, this is what animates me. This is what I'm all about. This is what brings me to life. This is my hat. Because let's face it, none of us, without our resources, our family members, the people around us, we are kind of the sum total of all those experiences. It's who we are. And that magic hat, those resources aren't just there to help move us forward, it helps shape who we are too.
It would be interesting to actually have different hats to see which hats people pick.
People pick, or just to, I think it'd be really interesting to see what somebody's hat looks like, how they define their hat versus the person sitting next to them and how they define their hat. And I think some people that are friends, and they may think they know each other really well, and a lot of times might not realize that even though we have similar personalities and we believe a lot of the same things, there's nuanced differences that I never even realized between the two of us. And sometimes that hat, that imagery can bring that out, right?
Yeah. And it's an amorphous universal. I mean, hat means hat means whatever it means to that person, and it changes. But when you talk hat, everyone knows that what a hat is.
Well, and it serves so many purposes, right? Your resources are going to serve a lot of purposes too, and so does the hat. The hat is there to make you look good, to give you a style, to give you confidence, right?
Keep you warm.
Something, right? It's there to protect you in certain situations, right? And it can be that it can be there to, some people can hide under that hat or give them shelter, right? From the storm when things are really bad. And I don't feel like I can get out of the rain, at least I have my hat to help me out and keep me dry, And so that hat and those resources really is analogous, I think, with the resources available to people and your family, your friends, the people you rely on to get through the day and to be who you are.
It's an external visualization of your mind, really.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it's an easy reference point, right? You can go back to your snowman on the cover of your binder after you've done all the exercises, and if you're struggling with something, you can take a look at your core values. What's my base? Is this something that's in direct conflict with one of my core values, and that's why I'm struggling with it? Let me look at my goal and what I'm passionate about. Is this something that is counterintuitive or counteractive of what I'm trying to achieve in life, and that's why I'm having a struggle with it? This isn't something that's right for me right now because it's holding me back, right? Or, okay, let me look at the head and the logical side of things. Do I have everything I need to know about this situation? Is it true to me, or is it based in truth? Am I seeing this clearly at this moment? And then again, your hat, is this something that could potentially, is there a resource in this that could benefit me either now or later?
And drawing a snowman's great because it's totally non-judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like draw a cat or a dog. You draw 3 circles, and so you can't draw a bad snowman. You can't say, oh, that doesn't look like a snowman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's such a good exercise because it's fundamental. It's anybody can do it, and a lot of creativity, a lot of emotional work comes through that snowman. Excuse me, and the way that your client draws it, you think, holy cow, it's like this is a deeply disturbed person, or there's so much that comes through that it's like a Rorschach test in its simplicity.
Well, you have to think to yourself, what would the snowman of someone who feels like they're stagnating might look like, right? It might be melting, it might be festering in a place where it can't get to where it wants to be, right? I recently worked with a client that talked a lot about feeling invisible, being in a room and not really being noticed, their opinion not being respected, things like that. So you might have a snowman that's almost crystal clear, almost like ice, that, it's there, but it's only an outline of it, and it's not really its true self yet. People don't really see me, or I don't feel like people see me for what I am or the value I feel I bring to the table yet. How do I fix that? How do I make my snowman more visible? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
What, and to just ask the person the question, well, what would your more visible snowman look like? For someone to visualize what a more visible them would be, a more authoritative, a more take control, have a presence when I walk into a room type person can be profound.
I wonder if you could do an exercise like, for someone who's invisible or reticent, to say, okay, well, who's your hero? Or something, or whom do you admire greatly? Who would you like? Who do you aspire to be? And then have them draw their aspirational snowman.
Mm-hmm. I do an exercise with groups usually to kind of introduce them to what coaching is. I call it my genie exercise, and I think it kind of, the end of it actually relates to what you're saying, and that's, I ask a room full of people to close their eyes and to envision that I'm a genie. The bald head definitely helps. Makes it easy. And I asked them, I walked them through a visioning exercise of, I'm a genie, imagine I can grant you one wish. And that one wish is that one thing you're most passionate about, the one thing you wish to achieve in life and with your life. That's the one wish I can grant you. And I walked them through a visioning exercise of experiencing it. What does that, when you accomplish it, where will you be? Who will you be with? What will the smells, sounds, touches, tastes be? And really fully immerse them in the experience.
Wow.
And then when I bring them out of this quick 5-minute visioning exercise, I only ask them one last question. I said, why do you think you need a genie? And it's not, I tell people, I'm not here to tell you how to do it or do it for you. I'm here to show you that you're the genie. You don't need a genie, you're the genie. You can make all of this happen. You just have to take the step back and see the resources available to you, and then start taking steps forward, taking action and walking the talk. Okay, you say you want to do this in a certain way, this way, it's time to walk the talk and take action and make it happen. And it's profound when people awaken from that experience of, this is what I really want to experience, and they realize, why, and I tell them, well, why do you need me? Why do you need a genie? They go, a lot of them go, you're right. It's right there. I can do that if I want to. I have what it takes. I have what I need. I have the potential to make it to that experience and make that experience really happen. And it's very profound for people.